I was born physically female, but felt male all my life. Thankfully, when I was a child, my parents allowed me to play, dress, and behave how I wanted without fear of being punished or shamed. Like two gifts from the heavens, both of my parents had specific skills and abilities to raise healthy and happy children. My mother decided early in her life that children she raised would feel an undying and unconditional love that burned brighter than the sun and inspired the same in others. Despite this loving support, my mental health deteriorated once I entered school. I was forced on a daily basis to decide between doing what felt unnatural and conform to female gender stereotypes, or be prepared to receive bullying, harassment, and discrimination from peers and teachers. In fact, my first day at school, I was maliciously spat on. I thought I faked it pretty well, but in reality, I probably had a solid reputation of being a tomboy. One day, a rumour went around the school that I was born with a penis, but the doctors surgically removed it. This was the first indication I had that my peers noticed that I was having trouble with gender. My mental health continued to decay, and by the age of 8, I began praying to a God I wasn't sure I believed in, and asked him to kill me with cancer. I didn't know what was causing the problem, so I blamed and shamed myself on a daily basis. I decided to keep my depression from my parents and go it alone. I cried myself to sleep in secret, and even more serious thoughts of suicide began. On my last day of primary school, the entire Year 7 turned on me. By this time I was convinced I deserved to die, and everyone would be happier if I didn't exist. I ran all the way home and assumed that all the bad beliefs I thought about myself were true. No teachers from the school noticed I was missing or cared enough to check that I was okay. Back then, there was very little information about mental health and gender diversity in children, and certainly no internet or support groups on offer. When I was maybe 12, I was tidying my bedroom and found 3 hammers under my bed. I used to build things with my dad and must have associated them with being male, but felt ashamed about the strong gender-related association. Not only had I hidden them under my bed, but I'd hidden them from my memory. Puberty was hell and made my childhood mental health feel like a holiday. When my body started menstruating, my mother tried to stop my sobbing by stating I was becoming a woman. I yelled, "I don't want to be a woman," and my mum went very quiet and stated that's a hard road to go down. My mum was trying to reach out to me, but I felt weak and worthless, and so didn't see any option but to continue the struggle of pretending to be female. Eventually, in my mid-20s, someone asked me if I wished I'd been born a boy. My psychiatrist helped me to voice what I had been afraid of saying out loud for a long time. I went through the legal steps of gender transition. This included internationally recommended psychotherapy, hormone therapy, surgery, changing my name, and finally becoming legally male. I've been mentally well now for nearly 4 years. I have a great job in mental health where I can draw upon my life experience. I have healthy relationships and loads of support from family and friends. I am happier and healthier than I have ever been, and now when I look in the mirror I can finally recognize myself again. My outside now matches my inside.